This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches April Lauren, and this is the final boss update. How much weight loss 1 month after weight loss surgery, 1 month post duodenal switch. I don't really care if I'm saying that right anymore. She looks happy. She looks happy? Question mark? I know she's been doing really well. We did just react to her 4-week update. I wasn't expecting this one out as soon, honestly, but I guess this is like her official 1 month after her surgery date, and as opposed to like 4 weeks. You know, I understand that too. This one is at 12 minutes and 6 seconds. I think I can speed her up to time and a half and still understand her fairly well. I wonder, here's my thing. I wonder if she starts talking at a little bit faster pace, the more weight she loses. I know that sounds weird, but I have this theory and nothing to back it up with. So I just kind of wonder if she'll like start to talk a little faster when she has less weight on her. I'm just curious. But this video is 5 hours old as of right now, and today is June the 17th. Yep. So it's pretty new, but by the time you guys see it, it won't be. And I'll be on vacation, if you didn't know. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. Somewhere, there's a small little hate party that's forming about my vacation. Did you know? Somewhere, Smug and Smarmy is writing a comment in my comment section. You're going on vacation? Anyway, so we did just catch up with April on her 4-week her 4-week from surgery video. She was down in that video. She was down, I think, 28 pounds, almost 29 pounds, which is great. So this again, I'm guessing is like officially 1 month from the surgery date. So that's kind of cool. I'm interested to see if she lost much more weight. And in general, I'm just hoping that she's like happier. She seems to be doing well. She seems to be following doctor's advice. She seems to be... I know she's having some minor complications with the wound healing, and I think some of that had to do with she was like allergic to the tape they were using to keep the wound closed. So... And for a minute there, she thought she had like an infection, but apparently either it wasn't that bad or it didn't happen at all. So all of that seems to be going on really well. So everything seems to be going well. And I apologize if I sound particularly breathy, but I've got like this pain right in the middle of my back, and I can't take a deep breath. So hopefully that clears itself up before I leave, because it's going on vacation with me otherwise. I'm actually now granted this is like video number 3 of April, so that I've reacted to since she's come back to the internet. And, you know, so I don't have a lot to go off of, but so far I've really been enjoying April. I've been enjoying April's success. Again, she seems very sad to me, and I'm hoping that maybe some of that'll alleviate, maybe as she loses more weight too, only in that she'll finally like have that off of her plate, you know, kind of a thing. Because I'm sure it is limiting her ability to do quite a bit of things. So hopefully that'll go away. Without further ado, let's jump into this. There are some dark principles that we could talk about with April. Going off of like the whole concept of manipulating their online persona, their online appearance. And a lot of that does fall into April's chronic happiness. A lot of people point out that she's Mormon and that this is like a Mormon thing or a Latter-day Saints thing or whatever. As I am neither of those things, I'm just going to have to take people's word on it. But regardless, she does have a very forced happiness. I'm not going to go as far as calling it toxic positivity yet. Keyword. But she definitely has a character that she wants projected online, and this has always been something I've noticed, because I did used to watch old reactions to her through Chikara Transformations for the most part, and she's always been, she's trying to project this image of this like happy, well-adjusted, nothing bothers me kind of person. And obviously that's not true. She will occasionally talk about her struggles because she did, I think, in the second video, or maybe even the one before her 1 week, she was talking about mental health struggles and that kind of stuff. So she will talk about it here and there, but in the moment, it's more important to her to be viewed as happy, like just happy. She just wants everyone to think she's happy all the time. And so in that aspect, that does kind of fall under the whole manipulation of the online persona kind of a thing. Is she doing it out of maliciousness? No, I don't think so. A lot of the girls, I don't know if that's fair. A few of the girls do project their online persona as a malicious act of manipulation. I don't think Anna from Glitter and Lasers is technically like malicious. I think she's a lot like April in that she wants people to see her as positive and happy and unbothered by the world, even when that's clearly not what's happening. But like I mentioned in the live that I did where I reacted to part 3 to her 3rd week, Anna's default. So when Anna's mask falls away and she's not happy, you can see that she's very mad. She's very angry. She's carrying around a lot of anger inside of her, and that's what pops out in between her emotional shifts, right? With April, the mask that when her mask comes down and she does her shift between emotions, you can see she's very sad, and that gets my sympathy. Is that intentional? I don't know. I don't know if she knows she's doing it because I don't know if she sees it. I think she edits her own videos. So I don't know if she sees it when she plays it back, because I'm kind of sort of convinced that this isn't an act. Like, she believes this is her. Like she wherever the actual April Lauren is, this is who April believes she is. And wherever real April is, I don't know. So real April's behind the mask. But I don't know if she acknowledges that person. But that's just my personal opinion on the matter. But anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about some dark anthropology with her, just because, like, she doesn't come off as malicious. She doesn't come off as mean. She doesn't come off as, like, hateful or any of that kind of stuff. So, I actually kind of like her. I'm actually I am rooting for her 100%. So, I'm not, like, blind to the problems that she's had in the past, but honestly, compared to the other girls, is it really that big of a damn deal? Just, what I know about the other girls, I'd rather take April over any of them. But anyway, let's get into this. Okay, I lied, I had to slow her down, and I also had to turn the subtitles on, so that took me a second. But anyway, now let's go.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel,
Hi.
Wake Up Bright, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I am April Lauren, and I am on a journey to lose over 200 pounds. 1 month ago to the day, I had a weight loss surgery. I had a biliopancreatic diversion with duodenal switch, and I am...
Duodenal. Because that is not how that word looks.
1 month post-op, and it has been a lot faster.
I wish I came out of my anesthesia that nicely. That right there is enough of a deterrent for me to ever get surgery again, unless it was life-threatening. Because, like, I did not wake up well from that. I did not wake up well.
Of a month than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why, but I just thought that this part was going to take so long. I almost feel like it's going too fast for me. I'm like, I thought I was going to be like in this little bubble for longer. Like, not like I'm not going to work, because I really would like to not be in my house as much, but like bubble as in like, oh, I can only drink liquids, or like, oh, I can only eat foods that are fork tender. Like, I kind of thought that all of this would take longer, and I'm like right around the corner from whatever's next, and I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't think it's going to fool.
I mean, I guess if you wanted to stay on liquids and fork tender foods longer, I mean, as long as you're eating, I suppose.
Food yet. I'm not sure what all the next phase entails, and I won't know until I meet with my dietitian, but I feel like when I went from liquids to soft food, that it felt abrupt and I felt not quite ready to make that transition. And then I feel really good. So I'm very happy that I feel so good, but I still have limitations and I'm not supposed to be like lifting anything over 15 pounds. And I find myself like frustrated because I'm like, I just want to carry the laundry baskets. And I don't know if the laundry baskets actually weigh 15 pounds, but they're big and they're not light. And so I'm like, well, they could. So I don't know. But I'm like, I just want to be able to do like the dog food. I want to be able to go buy dog food and just carry it into like little things that normally I would just be able to do.
It's interesting when you can't do things, how much you miss doing the little things. Like I had a 2-week recovery and I wasn't allowed to like pick up heavy things, and I wasn't supposed to like go for strenuous like hiking style walk and that kind of stuff. I mean, she still wanted me to be active. She just didn't, I wasn't allowed to lift weights. I had to wait 2 weeks before I got cleared to go back on the machines. I don't even lift heavy. I told her that and she's like, yeah, I just rather you wouldn't though. And I was like, all right, I guess. So, but I was still allowed to like walk on the treadmill and that kind of a thing. But it's especially the picking things up one. You don't realize how much you pick stuff up until you're told you can't anymore. And I mean, 15 pounds is pretty light, actually. Like, I wouldn't be able to pick up 2 of my 3 cats if I couldn't pick up things that are 15 pounds or heavier. You just don't realize how much of your life is interrupted by not being able to do something like that, you know?
But now I shouldn't do because of the surgery. And yet I'm feeling back to normal. So it's like, it's an interesting feeling because it's like, well, why don't I just do it? And it's like, well, because you're not supposed to until 6 weeks and you don't know what's going on your inside. Like,
Yep.
You don't need to mess anything up. Not that I would like into the world mess things up, but I know.
Yeah, but do you really want to lengthen the amount of time that it's going to take you to recover? If all you have to do is wait 6 weeks right now, just follow the doctor's orders and wait 6 weeks, wouldn't you rather do that than like try and do something you shouldn't be doing, screw it up and add another 2 weeks onto your 6 weeks, and now you're out for like 8 to 10 weeks? You know, wouldn't you rather just do the 6 weeks?
There's a reason that they have the lifting restrictions, and there's a reason that they're like no core exercises. Not that I was trying to do core exercises, but I had asked when he said that I could start doing like the dedicated cardio sessions and things, like if I could do my row machine, because I just didn't. And no, and when I said that, he's like, that's way too much core, like no rowing. No thank you.
I do rowing wrong. I must. I don't feel my core workout when I do rowing.
And don't do that. And so I'm like, okay, I won't do that. So this last month, of course I had the surgery. Then I had 2 doctor's appointments because one, I had noticed what looked to me strange, like things around the incision points.
Don't talk about this again. God damn it. You've already done it once.
And then the nurse said that, oh yes, that is not normal. So come in. And then after that, one of them to me looked like it was really not good. And what I was seeing and what I thought I was seeing was 2 different things. So it ended up not being that bad, but I did end up going to the doctor. So 3 visits.
She goes into it in the other video. If you're wondering, she talks about it in her 4-week video.
To the doctor, and I have met with my dietitian, and so lots of appointments I have had and a few other appointments. And biggest focus this month has been just learning to do the things that I need to do to be healthy right now without hurting myself, like drinking too fast or drinking too much or not listening to my fullness cues. So there are so many little things that my body has probably always tried to do, and I just didn't recognize them as fullness cues. Just learning to understand what my fullness cues are and when to stop. And it's been a month of learning lots of new things and adjusting and healing. And I am glad to be at the end of the month.
I mean, I don't really have a whole lot to add other than probably one of the reasons they don't want her lifting and doing too much core is to kind of prevent ulcers. Yeah, ulcers from forming. Because I know that's apparently a common side effect, so I'm guessing that's what that's about. Let's just be guessing. Also, I keep going back on this. This was apparently a very invasive one that she had done, so there's probably a lot of internal adjusting that's going on right now, whether she feels it or not.
So I imagine this next month will be similar to where it's I'm just going to be learning so much throughout at least the first half of it, and then I'll be in routine. But I'll be learning the routine, like trying to figure out what my new work routines and stuff are once I hit that 6 weeks mark. I really like to set goals and to do different things like that. I have no real expectation of what could come. I have no knowledge of what I can do. I just have to do things and figure it out. And so it's not like I am trying to hit my protein. So
Like, you can't ask your doctors and stuff what to expect because I feel like they might have a bit of a blueprint for you, or you've got all that information. You're just not entirely sure what it's going to be like, you know? Like, it's one thing to be told what something is going to be like, and another thing to experience it in the flesh.
eventually I'll get to the point where I'll be setting other fitness goals, or maybe I'll be running and all of those things. And I
You and Anna.
know running is going to be a lot faster with less of me, because my running was slower than my walking speed, and my walking speed was not fast. So anyway, I'm excited for all of the different and new things.
I'd be interested if she runs like Anna runs, where they pump their arms fast, ergo they are running, even though both feet never leave the ground at any point.
To come. And let's just talk about my weight. On surgery day, I weighed 314.7 pounds, and this morning I weighed 284 pounds.
I can turn these off now. It's just when she plays the music, it's so loud, I can't understand anything that's being said.
So that is a loss of 30.7 pounds for the first month. That's pretty wild. On to the side-by-sides. Side-by-side photos and videos are...
Look at that. Yeah, so she's down 30 pounds. I'm not going to count the points because I don't care. I'm gonna assume this is the same outfit. Her hair looks so nice, by the way. She got massive, guys. I'm not trying to be mean. She gained a lot. Like, she doesn't look like the April I was watching people react to here. This is more like what she looked like when I was watching her. I think her hair was shorter. But why would you stand like that for your... This is my only thing. Why would you stand like that to do your side-by-sides? It's so weird. Oh, she looks good. I mean, she's lost 30 pounds. That's what 30 pounds looks like.
My favorite way to measure progress. I love being able to see the differences I feel. Standing is so much more comfortable now than it was even a month ago, in ways I didn't even realize it would or could be.
Yeah, see, that's more what I'm used to when people do that.
I gained weight so fast that everything became miserable all at once, and my body really felt the way I felt emotionally.
I bet she looks like Foodie Beauty. She puts her weight on like Foodie does.
And mentally, and I didn't just slip into it. It happened pretty quick. So it's really amazing to be able to have it go the other way.
It is always interesting to me, like, when you do a left side versus a right side, side by side, like, your left side looks different than your right side, you know? I always think that's weird. It's the same body, and if you looked at somebody dead on, unless there's like a huge difference, you're not going to notice the difference until they do like the turn to the left, turn to the right. And you're like, wait, it looks different.
Quickly. And looking at the surgery day photos, I'm just even more grateful that I sought help when I did. I am so grateful to have this tool to help get me back to where I was before moving. And when
Is she posing? She's gonna do her like back roll and then sorry.
I first got here, and then I'm also grateful that I know I'll keep going beyond where I got down to. I will blow past the high 240s, and I will go all the way down, and I know it. And then I really believe that taking that time to learn to eat properly and knowing that I can lose in a slow and sustainable way really helps. Even though I'm losing weight quickly because of the surgery now, I know I have built.
All I can think, because when I do my progress photos, I videotape myself and then I pull snapshots out through the video. So, like, that's kind of what it looks like. I wouldn't share that video. That's weird. It looks awkward.
Skills and knowledge and resources and understanding to help me maintain it after. And a lot of the weight I gained landed in my midsection, chest, and like my neck and face and my upper body. It makes me very happy to see that go down, to see my midsection and my chest shrink. And you can't see it with pants on, but my inner thighs have a little sag to them now, which it is strange, but I feel like as time goes on, that will tighten up a little. And maybe not, because they have a lot more to shrink. They have a lot more to shrink still. But I love being able to see the changes. And I also appreciate that while my body is changing now, it's going to take some time to see change And then it's going to take even longer for things like my skin to react and to kind of get back to normal. And it may take surgery or other things to help with that as well. So I'm open to all of my options. But it is strange, and it's awesome to notice things like how much further my arms go down by my sides this month when compared to last month, and how differently my bra fits last month to this month, and how different my feet look, how different my stance looks.
Now I'm looking at her feet. I lose weight in my feet. I know that sounds weird, but I used to wear a 7.5. Now I wear a 7. Not a huge difference, don't get me wrong, but enough that like my older shoes, like I put on a pair of flip-flops that I had from like last year, not flip-flops, sandals. Anyway, they don't fit. They're too big. And it irritates me because I really like them. So I'm actually going to like take them in so that I know that sounds weird. It makes sense if you saw the sandals, but I'm just like, damn it, I love these shoes.
I'm really grateful. And so if you are on a weight loss journey and you don't take progress photos and video, I highly recommend starting, and it will help motivate you. I always feel so much more motivated after looking at side by side. I'm so happy to be almost 31 pounds down and
Okay, so week 1, she lost 12 pounds. Week 2, she lost 7. Week 3, she lost 4. Week 4, she lost 3. So it is slowing down, which, I mean, that's what it does, right? So that's good to know. So I wonder what her weight's going to be like. Her weight loss is going to be in week 5 and 6 then. I'm hoping it stays around the 3 to 4 pounds for her.
Excited to see what this
I mean, as long as she's losing weight, that's the big deal though, right?
next month brings. I'm not so concerned about what this next month brings weight loss wise. I'm definitely more interested to see what my life starts to look like as far as how I'm able to adapt and accommodate with diet and other things that I want to start doing. And I know I'm going to have to slowly fold those things into my life, and I'm going to have to, set some priorities and work and time with my husband. Those things will come first, of course. And so it's going to be an interesting juggle of energy, and because I don't have infinite amounts of energy coming in, so it makes it harder to decide what energy is going to be going out. I don't know.
I wonder once she gets out and starts getting active again, though. Like she might be just having some cabin fever. Honestly, if she can't really lift much, she can't really go anywhere, she can't really do anything. I'm sure she has other restrictions that I'm sure she's ready to have lifted as well. That kind of stuff. So, I wonder if once all that gets out of the way, she can start having like a regular kind of a sort of active life. If her energy levels won't come back.
I don't really know what to expect. I think I already touched on this a little bit for this coming month. So I'm not setting a bunch of goals for myself.
All the goals.
I am focused on returning to work, spending time with my husband, following the guidelines that have been laid out for me, and doing the things that I know will help me be hydrated, have enough protein.
Can you walk your dogs? Can you just walk your dogs some more and maybe put them on a diet too? It kills me that they're so overweight.
Take my vitamins and supplements and help me live healthy, both mentally and physically. So those are the things that I am focused on this month. And eventually there will be more goal setting and things, I'm sure. But for now, this is just where I'm at. I am slowly folding in all of the things, and it's going to be a process.
Like a good omelet. I must be hungry. Omelet sounds good.
It's a long time, and it's probably going to be a little boring to watch at times, but I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for y'all's love and encouragement. I am blown away by the amount of people who have sent prayers and love my way, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And if you have questions, drop your questions below, and I look forward to.
Okay. She does the Midwest goodbye. Anyway, she's done now. She's done now, I promise. No, I'm glad she's doing good. 30 pounds in a month is, I think, decent. I just going off of what I know from my 600-pound life, which is, all the experience I actually have. 30 pounds is good. I know it's going to slow down, so I hope it doesn't slow down too much, honestly, just for her sake, because she seems pretty happy about the weight that she's losing. There's that. I'm interested to see what she starts sharing after the weight loss is no longer a thing, you know, like the weight loss, the surgery is no longer a thing. Like once she's healed and she's back into normal life, like what are we gonna get to see now? Because she used to do some wacky, not funny wacky, just like, why are you doing that wacky kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if she does that. And that's pretty much it. That's all I've got. She actually seems to be in somewhat of a good mood. Like she still has that, I'm going to say this almost every episode probably, but she still kind of has that like haunted look. One thing I do think is interesting here in her closing, you know, she was talking about how she doesn't have a lot of goals to set for next month. She kind of said it in a way where like she was apologizing, and you don't need to have goals just for us, April. Goals are for you. You don't need to impress us with your goals. As a matter of fact, that would be the absolute wrong reason to be setting goals, TBH. So, I mean, I think just getting back to normal is a good enough goal. But I mean, that's me. So, if by goals she means going places and doing things to film so that there's content for her show, yes. Well, I mean it is, but then I guess. But I think we can all give you a little bit of a break. You are recovering from a major surgery, so I'm good if you're good. That kind of a thing. I just thought it was interesting that she kind of felt like she needed to be apologizing for not having a bunch of goals for the month, and it's just like, you really probably shouldn't have more than 2 or 3 anyway. So, also, that's not really how goals work, but I know this is a shorter one. I just don't have a whole lot to say about April right now because, like, April's doing well, kind of a thing, but I am starting to see how some principles can be applied to her, because as positive as April is being and as non-problematic as April is, there are aspects of dark anthropology that she is doing. Some of it might have to do with her religious upbringing, but I don't want to dive too deep into that. I see a lot of people bring it up, and I get that she's like Mormon or Latter-day Saint or something like that, but I mean, if she was Catholic, would we be harping on about this? If she was Jewish, would we be harping on about this? It's just, I feel like Mormons and Latter-day Saints get a lot of shit just because they exist, and I don't want to be part of that. So unless it has like a major impact on her, like, I don't know, Christmas or something, I don't know, like that. Probably not going to be bringing it up too much. People can be toxically positive regardless of what religion they are. So kind of where I was going with that. All right. Anyway, if you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and put a paintbrush emoji. I feel like there is like a paint or a painting emoji, because like her computer or her TV screen over here is just distracting the shit out of me is what it's doing. So go ahead and put like a painting or a paintbrush in the comment section for your emoji, or just write the word paintbrush. That always makes me laugh too. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. How do you think she's doing? I've never had this type of surgery. I've never had any kind of weight loss surgery, so I don't know. Is 30 pounds in a month good? Is it bad? Is she killing it? You know, is she like above and beyond the Call of Duty? Let me know how your guys' recoveries went, because I'm also fascinated by how quickly people recover from these surgeries. Like I'm kind of like her. It seems like it should take longer, but really it doesn't. It seems like they've got people, you know, walking the first day, and then they're like, now you're liquids, now you're soft foods, now you're back on hard foods, kind of a thing. So I mean, that's good. You're recovering quickly, so that's good, but also it's surprising. So all right. I will see everybody in the next one. Until then, bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.